It was supposed to be just another rainy shift. Just one more tired customer. One more act of kindness. But when waitress Lily gave a warm meal to the ragged old man with reptilian eyes, she didn't know he was a dragon. She didn't know her kindness would echo across realms. And she definitely didn't expect to wake up to 20,000 armored soldiers outside the diner, waiting to eat what she'd served him. The world was about to learn. Kindness feeds more than hunger. It wakes legends. Rainy night, Clark's Diner, outskirts of Denver. It was nearly closing time. Lily Hayes, 23, wiped down the chipped counter for the 5th time that hour. No customers. Just a broken neon sign buzzing like a fly with anxiety issues. She looked up as the door creaked open. A figure stepped in, towering, cloaked in tattered gray, bare feet, hood hiding most of his face, but not the amber glow of his eyes. His scent was scorched air and something ancient. "Just coffee?" she asked, trying not to stare. He paused. "Do you serve flame-roasted lamb heart with sea salt and memory leaves?" She blinked. "We've got meatloaf and pie." "Pie," he said slowly. "Yes." "That's close." She poured him coffee, served up the last slice of apple pie, and slid the plate over. On impulse, she added her leftover turkey sandwich, warmed with a side of soup. "No charge," she said softly. "You look like you've been through hell." He stared at her. Not with hunger, with awe. "I am called Rizamar," he said slowly, as if the name was heavy to speak. "And you have honored me." "It's just food, man," she shrugged. He stood, taller than she'd thought, nearly scraping the ceiling. "I will return. The debt will be answered." And he left. The next morning, Lily arrived at work early, expecting silence. Instead, the street outside the diner was packed. Rows upon rows of armored beings. Soldiers, knights, creatures from myths and dreams. They stood in perfect formation, each with a strange sigil glowing on their breastplates, a spiral dragon biting its tail. At their head stood Rizamar, now in gleaming battle-worn gold armor, no longer hunched or ragged. He bowed. "Lady Lily of warmth and mercy," he said loud enough to shake the windows. "You fed me when I was lost. In doing so, you fed my soul. And thus, you have fed the first flame." She gaped. I just gave you pie." He smiled. "In our realm, dragons rule by strength. But those who rule with kindness, they are above even us." He turned to the crowd. "Let the flame-touched receive the meal of restoration." And just like that, 20,000 warriors lined up to be served her cooking. Later that day, news vans flooded the area. Social media exploded. Dragon Diner, Lily of the Flame, Feed the Fallen. Reporters called her the Kindling Maiden. Some called it a hoax. But footage showed the warriors. Real, breathing, silent but respectful. Some wept after tasting her soup. One reportedly regrew a missing arm. Rizamar explained to the press, "In my world, Dragon.The, the old magic fades. Only true acts of mercy restore the ember thread." Her gesture awakened power long dormant. He paused. She gave with no thought of gain. That is the rarest magic. That night, diner, now glowing with candlelight. Rizamar returned, alone this time. "You have caused a ripple across worlds," he said. "The Council of Embers meets because of you." Lily poured him fresh soup. "Can't believe soup is what it took to start a political revolution." He chuckled. "Your soup carries more than flavor. It carries intention." She leaned on the counter. "So what now? Do I get knighted or something?" He reached into a pouch and drew out a shimmering orb. "You get choice." He placed it in her palm. "This is a flame seed. Plant it, and a portal opens to Dragon.The. You may visit or stay." She stared. "Why me?" Rizamar's voice softened. "Because you're the first human in generations who saw a monster and handed it a sandwich." A month later, the diner was rebuilt in polished black stone and enchanted marble, a gift from Dragon.The's masons. Now, creatures from both worlds dined under one roof. Wizards sipped milkshakes beside truckers. Knights laughed with tourists. A phoenix washed dishes. Lily wore a simple name tag still, but now it read Manager of Realms. As for Rizamar, he visited often, not in armor, just in a coat. Sometimes he brought her rare flowers. Sometimes ancient recipes. Always, he brought respect. And every time he left, he said the same thing. "You saved me, Lily. I'm just making sure the universe never forgets that."